Hello, you're watching Spirit, the show where we get to the heart of who you really are. What do you believe in? What keeps you going? And how do you make sense of the world around you? Well, to give us his answers to some of those questions, we're joined by Mr. Hlaudi Motsoeneng. He is no stranger to the headlines here in South Africa. Mr. Motsoeneng, it's a huge pleasure to have you with us. Welcome.
Thank you very much, Ayanda.
I know that you think that you're someone who's not controversial, but that's the first word that comes to my mind when I think about you. Now, my question is, do you just find yourself in situations that are controversial, or do you go looking for it? Because sometimes I think you court controversy.
No, I don't cause controversy. What I cause is to change the lives of our own people. And I realize that when you change the lives of other people, there are other people who have their own interest and agenda, especially when you talk about business and politics.
Now, did you know growing up that yours would be a name that's on many people's lips in this country?
I have been making news even when I was young, at school, in politics. Also, I was an actor. During my days, we were having those cast. Cast is like your stage cast, playing dramas and so on and so on at school. Yeah, I have been making all those headlines from young age.
And what did you want to be when you were older, as a young boy?
A traffic cop.
Why? I can't picture you as a speed cop. Why did you want to be that?
No, you see the environment
Yeah.
channel you
Yeah.
to a certain direction. At that time, the only job that I know, it was those traffic cop.
Yeah.
Because even at school, I was a traffic cop as a student, looking after other students passing the roads and so on and so on. So I was interested in...
I think it also has a lot to do with authority, because they were people who had a lot of authority. They could look after some of the people in the country and also enforce law.
Yes, also it was very interesting because, during those days, discipline, it was the bread of the day. So I like people who are more disciplined.
But also it was very hard for you growing up, and not a lot of people know just what you had to overcome to get to where you are. Tell me a little bit about your background.
Yeah, look, I grew up within a very poor family. My grandparents looked after me. My mother was still alive and my father, but I didn't know my mother until they saw me on television. I knew my father, but my father was a father like other fathers, I can't go into details.
And so where did you find the strength as that young boy to say, you know what, even though the situation around me is dire, but I'm not going to let it break me. I'm going to let it build me. Where did you find that strength?
Ayanda, everything happens for a good reason.
Yeah.
I believe that the way I grew up from the street, it was a good reason, because God knows that that was my journey. And one day is one day, I'm going to be a different person in my life and change my family lives and other people's lives.
And when it was darkest, did you ever think of giving up?
Not at all. I can't give up, because I believe that God has given me the brain to think. God has given me the mind to look beyond the future.
And is that the same strength and resolve that you have as an adult with the many, many challenges that you face in your professional life?
I've got that thing. That thing is that thing.
That thing.
It's within me.
Yes.
So God has given me that thing.
Yeah.
So when God has given you that thing, you stand by and fall by that thing. So that is what I believe. And I believe that, God has given me strength. I don't believe that I should go to church. But I believe that God is within me. Yeah. And God has guided me and He's always with me. But I don't believe like other people believing on Sunday they will go to church. I don't go to church. I don't pray. But I think about God every time, every day.